Good evening and welcome to Universal Spiritualism. I'm Veronica Jenkins and I'll be your medium this evening. It was supposed to be Fulvia, but unfortunately she's poorly. So you've got me again, I'm afraid. You'll be fed up with me 3 days in a row. So as usual, we'll start with a few hellos. So hi Izzy. Your comment's been up there since right at the beginning. Tamer, hi Tamer, nice to see you on here. Hi Patrick again. As I say, people will be getting fed up of me. Right, different pack of tarot cards tonight. We've got the Chrysalis Tarot. Okay, the really nice tarot to use. They are quite different because it's all about spirals and mirrors and stones instead of the usual thank you Patrick, instead of the usual ones, etc. So who would like a reading? If you would like to put into the comments, please, whether you'd like a reading or not. I will start with tarot, and if we have spirit coming in, then that's absolutely fine. Tamer, you're the first one to say that you would like a reading, so let's give you a reading from here, please. Okay, right, Tamer, you have the Ace of Mirrors. So I know from that there's been a lot of self-reflection at the moment, okay, and that self-reflection has caused a lot of emotional turmoil. You can see the emotion, the water coming out of the mirror, so that's about turning over past experiences, past thoughts in your mind, and there's a level of releasing them as well, and releasing them with the emotions that you've had pent up there. Okay, I know because it's an ace, you are a strong person and you're able to get through this period of your life, and you will be so much stronger as you come out of the other side. You've been questioning whether that's possible at all at times because of just how it's made you feel, but it's fine. You're absolutely on the right path, because you have been wondering whether you were on the right path or not. And I was thinking that I wasn't having spirit linking in, but suddenly my I'm having problems talking. So I know that there is a lady in spirit, that prior to her passing, she would have had problems getting her words out, and she's making me feel really lightheaded and dizzy here. And my eyesight's going with that dizziness and the blurriness. Tamer, if you could just get back to me to say whether you recognise who this lady is. I do feel it's a close female, so mum, grandma, sister, that's mum. Okay, thank you. And with her, she's just giving me so much compassion towards you, so much love, so much just wanting to give you massive hugs, and saying how brave she feels that you've been, much braver than you thought you could be, and what people around you didn't realize the strength that you'd actually got. Okay, I know from what Mum's saying is that you talk to her most nights, telling her about your day. Sorry, I'm really having to think how to speak, because she's still putting that condition on me, which is odd, because usually once I give the condition, that releases. So would you understand somebody still on the earth plane that is having to be very careful how they speak currently, and having to think about the exact words to use so not to upset people around them. Okay, I guess this person is going to be you. Okay, and Mum's saying how much you've grown with that, because there's been quite a few points where you just said what you thought, and that was it. It didn't really matter how you thought people would take it. It just got said. But you've been a lot more careful now. Not in a restrictive way, but in a sort of really supportive way. Really supportive way, I want to say. Okay, because you do want the best for people around you. Your mum's talking about May, and I want to go to the 18th of May, or just around that date, as a date that would be relevant, and look around your mum for that date. And I want to talk about April as well. And I feel that April this year just gone, that it was a time of quite a lot of change for you. And it took some getting over. That's the sense that I get with those dates there. Okay. Keep on going. It's a journey. Okay. Will she come back as your daughter? I can't tell you that. I don't know, and I don't know that she knows that yet either. I know that souls can form a soul family and come back in various different forms to loved ones, but it doesn't always follow that is what that person needs at that point in their life. Around April and May, I plan to buy a new house. Oh, that's next year coming. I feel that these were dates in the past. Okay. So it could be, but it depends on the journeys that you're both deciding on what you need. Okay, so I will leave that with you, Tamer, and thank you so much for working with me. Okay, right, who else have we got? Hi, Diane Steele, Melissa, Linda, Patrick, Amanda. I believe Mum will guide me through the process. Absolutely, she will. Okay. Hi, T. Smith. Hi, Izzy. For your perseverance, because you were the first to comment and on here way before everybody else. You can comment earlier in YouTube. You can't on Facebook. Let me pull you a card, Izzy. Okay, perseverance deserves a reward. That's what I reckon. Okay, the Pilgrim. Page of Scrolls. Okay, so you're very much on, well, we're all on a spiritual journey, aren't we? But your spiritual journey is a key part to your thinking and way of being on the earth plane at this current time. Okay, you are spending time reflecting on what that spiritual journey is, how it affects you, how it's going to affect you. I feel that there are certain things that you are desiring out of it and seeking from it. Okay, there's two sides to that. Your journey on this earth plane is a human journey, it's a physical journey. That's why your spirit has come here. And if we spend our life just purely on that spiritual journey, well, why have you come to have a physical human journey. Okay, so don't forget to live while you're on that journey too. Okay, don't forget to live the human life as well as going on your spiritual path. Okay, but the other thing with that is that to find your true spiritual path, it's not looking outside, it's looking within. Okay, everybody's spiritual path is within you, not outside of you, and it's your journey, your learning, your experiences that will determine what you learn and what your spiritual path is. Okay, so Izzy, I hope that helps you with your thinking, because it is about thinking, it is about feeling, it is about progress. And thank you for letting me work with you. Okay, so who else have we got? Diane Steele, Linda Rose, Kelly Sorrell. I do need people just to keep on commenting, because I'm doing my own admin, and I'm not strolling back through the comments, and while I'm working I don't really sort of process any of the comments that are coming in. Okay, so please do keep commenting, so I know that you're still here and that you want a reading, because you might be just here to sort of enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the chats, and because I do know that sort of people get to know each other in the comments over time as well. So you do need to let me know that you actually come here for a reading as well. Okay, Barbara Horning Lagana. Okay, Barbara, I know that you're a new one with us. I think you've come through the art group, haven't you? Okay, let's pull you a card first and see where we go there. Okay, it's a lovely insect that you've got there. Okay, 4 scrolls. Okay, isn't she beautiful, all curled up in those? And it's, I'm getting the sense with this, Barbara, that you need time just to heal a bit. Okay, that things have been problematic and you need to curl up and have some you time. Okay, do some processing as well, in terms of having a think about all the things that have been happening to you recently and how that has impacted you, and what spiritual learning that has for you. How's it made you different? And I know this because that purple, that's beautiful purple color is really jumping out at me at this point. Okay, but it is a time for reflection, a time for going into yourself, and a time for learning. I hope that makes sense. You would understand a little girl in spirit, please, that I feel would have passed very, very young. I feel that she did touch the earth plane, but I feel that a lot of sickness around her. Okay, like fever, infection, that kind of systemic just illness, and just I'm getting beeps and hospital conditions and all the rest of it. Would you understand this, little girl? Because sometimes when I transfer from the cards to spirit, other ones jump in that aren't for the person that I thought they were. So can you just confirm if this is making sense for you? Because if it's not making sense for you, Barbara, this little girl's here for, I feel her mom is on here. So Barbara, can you take this? Because Anna is asking whether this is for her. So I would guess that she would understand if you can't take this little girl. So I don't want this little girl very old at all. Right, Barbara, thank you for letting me know that. Anna, how old is she? I feel very young with her. Sort of, I don't know that she would. I mean, my two were walking at 9 months, and I don't feel that she was quite that age. Younger than that, I don't get an exact age, but do get these medical conditions around her, if that makes sense. I feel with her that she's just, she's giving me the sense of, it's okay, mummy, it's okay, mummy, okay? So would you understand her being your daughter, Anna, please? Just let me know if this is making sense for you. Right, yours was older. Okay. I'm not the best with ages, because in spirit they're just spirit, but they do give me impressions of stuff. So I'll just keep on asking her to draw closer to me. She's giving me the sense that her breathing and there was just the systemic thing, but her breathing was off. But oh dear, there's this sickness feeling as well with her. Okay. And there was a point that she's giving me the impression that for the medical people to intervene with her, people were pushed away from her, and she was kind of wanting to reach out, and for loved ones to be close to her, but the medical people were needing to deal with her. Okay. And it's almost as though she then passed, and there was this lack of contact somehow at that point, but she's been wanting to contact ever since. And to you and family ever since. She's talking about a dog as well, that the dog's actually in spirit. Okay. She's with this dog in spirit, and she just recognizes how painful it's been for everybody around her, and just the amount of people and the grief that has been there. But she's fine in spirit. She's well. There's obviously, do I know the type of dog? Oh gosh, it's like a spaniel, that type of dog, that kind of size. Okay. But saying that, there's a little yappy dog around as well, but I feel that that's more distant. It's more the spaniel size one that would be around her, with her. Okay. She's talking about January, and right at the beginning of January, around the 2nd, the 3rd of January, as being a relevant date. You'd also understand the teddy bear that just sits and keeps falling over. It's almost like a game that she pushes this teddy bear over, or gets it, if it's not falling over, being placed in different places around. Is this all making sense to you, Anna, please? And little notes. Is it yourself that's been advised to write notes to her in spirit or something like that? There's almost like she's talking about somebody writing little notes to her in spirit, something like that. And she's just wants to give you so much love. She'll always be around. She'll always be not a teddy bear, but a toy. Okay, I've misinterpreted that. Yeah. Okay. And she's talking about brother's very quiet. You'd understand her brother being very quiet. Okay. Really, okay. And brother being very quiet and withdrawn as he's trying to make sense of everything. Okay. And I feel her brother senses her as well, but he doesn't understand what he's sensing, so he can get a bit frightened and tearful. So he'll be coming in tearful and not wanting to be by himself because he senses the energy that is her around him. Not very communicative. That's kind of thing that I got. Just very okay, very young. But and it's encouraging him to understand that this energy is okay because it's his sister. Okay. And she's there to and comes through showing his tears out of nowhere. And it's helping him understand that he's sensing her energy, and that is a safe energy, it's a protective energy, and it's just that he's not recognizing that energy is an energy of love, and therefore it's just energy, and he doesn't understand it, and that frightens him. Okay. So it's just helping him understand that. Okay. I'm going to leave you with her love, Anna. These are just mini readings, and thank you so much for allowing me to work with you, and your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful daughter. Okay. And can I just reassure you as well, now what people find is once loved ones start to come through, they come through more and more. So keep on coming in, and different readers, I'm sure, will bring your daughter through again. Okay. And give you a bit more proof than I've been able to today. Okay. Right. Let's say hello to a few more people, and so I know who's on here, and be able to work with you. Right, Arian, Linda, Barbara again, Amanda, Mr. Beanie. I do feel drawn to you, Mr. Beanie. Is it all right if I work with you, please? I'll just draw you a card if that's all right. If you've got a specific question, then do put it in the comments for me, okay, Mr. Beanie? Yeah. And do you want me to call you Mr. Beanie, or have you got another name? I quite like the sound of Mr. Beanie. Okay. All right. I'll pull you a card. And I will assume that if you have got a question, that card, it will be relevant for it, because that's how the cards work. Right. 10 of mirrors. Mr. Beanie is fine. Yeah. Okay. 10 of mirrors. You are on one hell of a journey at the moment. look at the colours in that beautiful bird. It gives me the sense it should be a dove, a white dove, but it's not. It's just full of colours, full of energy, and it's pulling all of those mirrors and making the mirrors part of okay, any message from your dad? Let's see whether your dad will come along while I'm working with this. It's like the dove of peace. I'm making peace with memories of the past, okay, and being able to do that by processing those memories and linking them all together, okay, and making sense of the story that builds up from those memories and those situations. And it's as though, thank you, I feel that this is connected to your dad, because I feel it's actually memories from childhood and the relationship with your father, and how that has shaped your thinking, your life, your moods even at times. Because I'm sure that if you reflect on things that come automatically, that you then have to whatever, are based on those just basic reactions that you've learnt in childhood. And we learn from our parents, don't we, how we react. If our parents are very calm and staid, then actually children tend to be that way. Not just genetics, but bringing up nurture wise, that happens too. And it's making sense of all of these memories, all of the facets of who you are and how you have become that way. And it's this journey that you're on, making sense of those things. I'm not sure, Kim, I'm not sure why you would be blocked from your comments being seen, but anyway. Right, Mr. Beanie, let's see whether I have got a gentleman coming in, and straight away he's got this very deep voice, and really lower than normal. A normal gentleman's voice is really deep, and he's taking me down into his lungs. And I want to be saying that you can hear how my voice is going like this. I feel that his voice went like this as well. And if this isn't your father, would you understand another gentleman that was like that prior to his passing? Okay, you can take this as dad, that's fine then. Okay. I feel he would have had a habit of doing this as well. Whether it's because he had a beard and a mustache, I don't know. At this point, he's still building up his presence around me, but he's getting me to do this and mess with his glasses as well. Okay. I feel he thought he was a firm but fair gentleman. Oh, he had a moustache. Okay. I feel he felt he was a firm but fair gentleman. But I feel growing up with him wasn't the easiest at times. So he at least is recognising that, because I feel that he was very firm. He had very, very firm boundaries. And very firm expectations on others people's behavior. But it's like he's saying, well, hang on, that he never put expectations on others that he didn't have for himself. Okay, so he had high expectations of others, but he had very high expectations of himself as well. He's giving me this, right, it's like, I thought initially he was giving me the sense of a teacher, but it's a type of teacher. Would you understand him being a preacher of some sort, or he's got a Bible here, which is why I'm saying a preacher, and him talking to people and giving them sort of the way. Okay, would it not preacher then? Would you understand him talking to people and to try and lead them in a certain way of thinking, or for his mind teaching them? Because that's the impression he's giving, and he's putting his hand upon what I thought was a Bible here. Okay, now that could mean that he was a member of in medicine, but not religion. Okay. But would you understand him being part of a society that would have made things on a Bible, made promises kind of thing on a Bible? So whether that's, I don't know, it's Masons or something like that, I don't know. Right. You'd understand problems with his back teeth on his left hand side as well, both back teeth at the top there. He's just making me aware that there were problems there, whether he had them removed or not. He was religious, so that's why he's putting the Bible in. Okay. And he's kind of pleased. You say, not kinda, that isn't something he'd have said. Okay. More precise, like, okay. He is pleased that you have found a route through to belief, because for a long time, he had toothache, thank you. For a long time, you haven't. It's like, when you die, you're dead, and that's it. Okay. And he's pleased that you found a route through to belief, whatever that belief is. I think when he was on the earth plane, he would have preferred not spiritualism. There's worse religions. But the fact that you've found spirit and found spirit within is pleasing to him. Okay, because it makes you question yourself, your relationships, and he didn't believe either. Okay, but he does now. Isn't that interesting? He was religious, he didn't believe. Okay, yeah, okay. I think when it came down to it, he did. Well, he certainly does now. Okay. He's taking me to April the 23rd, 24th. Okay. And an anniversary in September, and I want around the 2nd, 3rd of September for you with that as well. Yeah, some religious people can be like that. Obviously, yeah, I take your word for that. I just want to leave you with his love and his advice of continuing the journey that you are on, and that card of reflections of childhood and reflecting on yourself and the growth that you are doing. Do you see me in a peaceful state of mind? That's up to you. Very much up to you, Mr. Beanie. You don't get peace by doing nothing. You get peace by finding it. And it's an active journey to find peace, okay? Whether that's through meditation, whether that's through healing with a mentor or a counselor. Peace is something that you work at. It just doesn't bang on your head, okay? It's something you find peace, and that's an active journey, okay? So if you want to put the there are people that find peace with the most horrendous thing, external forces around them. Peace is an internal thing. It doesn't matter what's happening around you outside, you can find peace inside. And the reason for that is inside is your spirit, okay? And your eternal spirit that lasts forever. So this human shell just covers it for a very short period of time. You finding peace is about finding that spirit within and coming to terms with your eternal being, your essence of you, and really having a strong connection with that. And that will enable a peace no matter what the storms are going on around you. Okay, because there are people that have absolutely horrendous things, and sometimes the biggest peace is letting go of control. Okay, because while you're seeking control, you can never be at peace, because the two are not compatible. Okay, I'll leave you with that thought to think about. Okay, right, let's raise the energies a bit more, and let's say hello to a few people. Hi Diane, hi Linda, hi Holly, hi Pawinda, hi Dorian. Just keep on messaging. I'll see who I'm drawn. Karen, can I come to you? You just love a general, please. So all I'll do is I'll pull you a card. In fact, what time is it? In fact, the cards have pulled themselves. It jumped out. Okay, so you've got the acrobat there, Karen. Okay, and with the acrobat, you have to be able to be adaptable and grab hold of just the thinnest of lifelines at times. But in doing so, there's a freedom, okay? Like the acrobat up in the circus, there's a freedom to that, but there's high risks to that as well. There's a yearning for freedom there as well. You have to create your own freedom. It doesn't come to you. We create the life that we live, okay? And it's this little cheeky chap. Oh, where's he gone? There, that little cheeky chap. You see him? It's like that I feel is the inner you. Don't forget to look after the inner you. I feel that at times you can forget the inner you and be busy with everything else and finding freedom and finding doing but actually not nurturing the inner you that feels a little bit frightened at times and needs a bit of reassurance at times. So give them that reassurance. It's very much an earth colour card as well. So I would want to say to you, don't forget to have walks in nature. I know it seems so basic, but nature is so much a part of our physical world. It is our physical world, and we need to touch base with it. Really do, and earth ourselves, because otherwise we can be caught up in concepts and sort of the internet all of these non-physical things, and we're living a physical journey. So touch base with the trees. Go and hug a tree. The wonderful things, absolutely wonderful. Just take your time. Okay, right, just a few quick cards and then I'll see whether Spirit wants to come in again. Neela, I'll just pull you 3 of spirals. Okay. As that face is just starting to peer through, you're starting to understand that the world is not what you thought it was. Yeah? That you almost feel as though you've been conned in some way. Does that make sense? That you really thought it was supposed to be a certain way, and it hasn't been that way at all. And it's almost like you're having to reevaluate what the world's about and who you are in that new world kind of thing, that new world experience. Enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it. Don't be frightened. Get yourself out of there, okay? Because it's still just sticking your head out at the moment. Get out into it and enjoy it. All right, that's what that card's saying to me. So thank you, Neela. I hope that makes sense for you. Naomi Lee, I will pull you a card as well. Naomi. Right. Oh, what a beautiful card. Are you there, Naomi? Temperance, the golden flower. Things are coming to fruition for you, Naomi. Okay. And things are starting to make sense, I want to say. Okay. It's like it's been a very long time coming, though. Very long time coming. And there's a sense that there's a happiness already there, or if not, just on the edge of it. Okay. Now, given that it does say temperance, and temperance is kind of a chastening, it's a pulling back, it's a balancing, but actually the picture doesn't give that at all. So it's almost as though the awful things have happened, and now's the time that it's balancing out for you. Okay, that the awful things that have happened have been a pathway to what is coming up now, or is around now. There's success, there's happiness, fruitfulness, and you see the butterflies. Lots of butterflies on the way around this as well, and they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So lovely card for you there, Naomi. Very, very positive. Okay. Shannon, sorry. I see things before they happen. It scares me so bad. Right, okay. Don't be scared. It's an interesting thing, cognizance like that, because how are you seeing it, Sharon? Is it images? Is it dreams? Is it to do with people that you know, or is it basic things like just, you know, who's on the telephone just before they ring, or is it major things like you know, somebody's illness or something like that? How are you seeing these things? Is it sort of a daytime thing or a nighttime thing? Because it depends which way it is. And are you seeing lots and lots and lots of things, and some of them are coming true? In which case, if you've seen that many things, then some of them have got to come true, you know, and it's just a very vivid imagination. Or are you only seeing the odd one or two things, and it rarely happens, and when it rarely happens, that's coming true? But it just depends. If you can let me know, then I can help you a bit more. Right, let's have a look at this. It's images, like my son got in a wreck. I've seen it like 10 minutes before it happens. You see things daily at any time of the day. And are they all coming true, Shannon? Or is it that you've got a very active imagination and actually, you know, you're seeing your son having an accident every day at some point, and it just happens that you know, do you see what I mean? And it's not that I'm trying to take those images away from being something. It's just trying to establish exactly the basis of them. Okay. And where those images are coming from. Because if they're coming, well, to be honest, I don't get the sense they're coming from spirit. The extent, it's very different things. Okay. I'm not sure when you say it's very different, lots of different things. Yeah. You see, at that point, there's an element. Have you been starting to open yourself up to psychic stuff, and have you actually been trained properly to do that? Because part of psychic development is opening up your psyche to pick up on subtle things that are around you, and pick up on the emotions of other people. My oven broke. I went to cook cornbread as I seen, and right, okay. For that, I do see that very much linked to a level of psychic development. Okay, but you haven't been taught how to close down. Okay. Would you understand sort of going to groups to develop your psychic work? Is that something that you've started to do recently? Because if it is, then whoever's group you're going to, especially if you're paying for it, they should be teaching you how to close down and not get these images. Okay, especially if it's scaring you. All right. Because you need to be taught how to differentiate what is information that you're picking up from subtle clues around you without being aware of it, and your psychic linking into other people's spirit and what's going on for them, and differentiate how that from anything else. It wakes me, or I might be at the doctor's. It's just crazy. You're the first person to talk to me. Okay, so obviously at that point you're not in a psychic development group. I would suggest you find yourself a psychic development group. Okay. With a very experienced trained medium, and they will be able to help you. It's not something that I would want to do. You know, I could spend a whole session with you doing that, but you can find these kind of sessions on the internet. If you look at the tagline at the bottom, there's the my group, Online Spiritualist Churches. The events, there's lots of events that are posted on there. I have a daily list, but people have to pay for that daily list of events that go on across the world, and there's lots of different events that would fit into that. I include within that list people who are doing development groups that you have to pay for. Obviously, it's a medium's time, it's a training course, so you have to pay them for their time. So that's what I'd suggest you do, because there is help out there for you, and it's not unusual. It's not something to be scared of. It's something to be worked on, and for you to be supported to close down until you can control it better and use it if you want to. Okay, and if you don't want to, then fine, just close it off and that'll be fine. Okay. Right. Holly is bringing in a similar thing here. I see things in my dreams like people's deaths before it happens. I also see other people I don't even know before I fall asleep in my mind since I've been on a spiritual awakening. You're just struggling to connect to someone you've lost. I've tried so hard with mediums to get a message. It's only what resonates with anyone really. Would love a message. Again, Holly, if you've been on a spiritual awakening, again, I presume that I presume that you've done that journey in a group of some sort, and therefore you should be talking to the leader of that group, because they should be guiding you in those areas. Okay. Interestingly, Holly, I'm going to have to take, because I want to show the card, so I'll have to take your comment off. While I was talking to you, this card jumped out. Okay, Two of Stones. It's like you're there on that. You're here on that stone, and you're trying to jump across, but you're scared too. Okay, because there's this massive chasm, and this is like the communication that you're wanting to do with your loved ones in spirit, and it's the feeling of it is that massive chasm, and there's fear there, there's trepidation there, and that provides a block to it. Take one step at a time. Don't expect to, on your spiritual development, on your mediumship development journey, it's one step at a time. One step at a time, and don't expect to link with your loved ones as you see fully trained mediums linking with loved ones. Okay, it's unusual. It does happen, but it's unusual for people to. It's not a switch. Do you know what I mean? That you've got to learn. It's a muscle you've got to develop. You've got to develop your imagination skills, so spirit are able to use your visualization skills. That you've got to develop so many different aspects for you to be able to then sense your loved ones. Now, the way that can happen when you're starting is that you just have a sense that they're around, just a feeling in your heart kind of thing, that they're around and you're feeling loved. You get a warmth around you now, and you'll say, well, that's not my loved ones because it's just a warmth. Well, actually, how are they going to talk to you when you're not a fully trained medium? They are just going to give you these kind of senses, etc. So keep working at it. Don't worry about it. Take one step at a time, and reach out to them as well. Okay, reach out to them. Right, Shannon, you're more than welcome. Right, there was somebody who was actually specifically looking for spirit as well. I do feel I've wanted to do a spirit reading before I go. I know that there's somebody here, just standing here, and if you're wanting a spirit reading, just pop it up in the comments, please, and I'll see who Diane, I'm not sure it's with you. Diane, if I am with you, oh, there's Bernadette as well there. Right. I've got an elderly lady that prior to her passing would have had headaches, would have had problems with their sinuses. Her snoring would have been really, really loud to the point that she'd wake herself up, and she's laughing about it, and she's this is how she'd laugh as well. She's doing a little laugh. Okay, so if any of you who is saying about wanting someone to come through would understand this lady who would have had quite bad headaches, would have had sinus problems, and would have had that sense of humor as well. I don't feel too tall with this lady at all. I only want about 5'2", maybe even smaller than that, 5 foot. I feel quite slender with this lady, although I've not too thin though, because she's giving me the sense of a bit of a cuddle, but certainly a lot thinner than me. Okay. And I feel she would have smoked at one point, but she's putting the cigarettes out, so I know that she would have given up smoking as well. So is anybody recognizing this? She's giving me the name Lisa, but I get the sense that Lisa is on the earth plane. So is there a Lisa here, or is there somebody here that's linked to Lisa on the earth plane? And not for you, Diane. Okay, that would understand this lady, please. And I'm just seeing what time it is and realise that we need to make a crack on with this. Kim, would you recognise the name Lisa? You're saying Margaret. I don't know. Would she have been called Maggie actually rather than Margaret? Margaret would have been kind of a Sunday name rather than everyday name. And she's saying about the headaches, but she's also taking me to her back as well, as there would have been kidney or liver problems, something like that as well. Oh, it must have been liver, because she's making me aware of a bit of jaundice as well. This is quite specific. Is this making sense to anybody, especially with linking with somebody called Lisa on the earth plane? Kelly, this could be for you, could it? Okay. Right. Okay, I'm not sure. Right, because of the time, I'm not going to worry too much in terms of who it's exactly for, because we've got Kim, although I do feel drawn to Kim, Kelly as well, and Shannon was saying about Margaret, and Kelly, you're saying Auntie Lisa as well. Okay, so I think we're between Kim and Kelly actually here. So with this lady, I know she would have had books, and with the books there's got big print because of her eyesight. It's not little print, she couldn't see that. You know, she's going like this. She needed books with big print, so that there must have been books around with the big fonts for her to be able to see that. And what she's giving me is that there's something in front of your face and you're not seeing it. Okay, so Kim, Kelly, there is something directly in front of you and you're not seeing it. And she's saying that this is around looking for an answer to the question that has been nagging you for a while. Okay, and the reason that you haven't been seeing it is that you don't like the answer. Okay. And it's one of these ones as well where it's you just have to bite the bullet and get on with it, I'm afraid. And December the 12th, so Kim, Kelly, either of you, December the 12th. But I feel that the way things are going, things will continue the way things are going until a decision is made. And nobody's going to make that decision other than you. Okay, and the answer's in front of your face, and this is what this lady's saying. Okay, so I'm going to leave that to both Kim and Kelly. Sorry I haven't had time to sort of really get down to the nitty-gritty and sort out which of you it's for. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I'm looking for my diary so I can tell you who's on tomorrow. I thought I brought my diary in here. Obviously haven't. So I'll have to do it from memory. 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, we've got Christine Stewart with readings. If you want some healing, we've got at 2 o'clock on Zoom, Peter doing some healing. Then at 6 o'clock, we've got a healing meditation with Lainey. Okay, and that's going to be live on the page, like our readings are. And then we've got readings with Claire at 7, and we've got a demonstration of trance at 9 o'clock with Nico. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here. The comments have stopped coming in, so it's obviously time for me to go. And hopefully, well, I'm sure you'll have Fulvia back next week. She was just poorly today, so lots of healing being sent to Fulvia. Oh, and I need to say about Christmas as well. If you want something to do at Christmas Day and want a bit of company, want some readings, then we've got a Zoom room open all day Christmas Day from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. It's UK times, okay? So you'll need to Anna's asking whether she can follow stuff up with me personally. Unfortunately, I don't do private readings. I'm so tied up with doing my daily lists every day, doing the admin for all the lives that go on here, that unfortunately I can't get to doing private readings. But if you do want a private reading from a very well-trained medium, then there are mediums on my website, which is FindMeAMedium, and look under the mediums website bit. They all offer private readings. Or you can go on to FindMeAMedium directory, and there's mediums from all across the world on there. Okay, there's a few hundred, literally a few hundred mediums on there, but they just put themselves on there, kind of thing, and I just do the website, so I can't guarantee them, but a lot of them have got reviews, so look for the ones with the good reviews, obviously. So thank you for joining me, and have a lovely rest of the evening, rest of day if you're in America, and enjoy your sleep if you're in Australia, because you're probably fast asleep, or if you're up early in the morning, you might just be catching the end of this now. Kim, do you see me on this channel tomorrow? I mean, your guest tomorrow. Yes, it's the same channel. All these readings are on online live psychic readings on Facebook. You're also on YouTube. Oh, I've just seen you're on YouTube, Kim. So yeah, if you want to watch this on YouTube, it's at FindMeAMedium. Okay, and you'll find me on YouTube, and all my readers are on YouTube. Okay. Bye, and thank you for joining me.